Alright guys, today we're gonna talk about the topic called reduction in English. You know what I mean? The reason why we speak fast, alright? So guys, this is reduction. Alright, let's go guys. So the first thing we're gonna talk about, generally when you go to school, how we say the sentence, you know what I mean? What do you want to do? That's a general way to say the sentence, you know what I mean? But guy, you know what I mean? That's a faster we can say this one, you know? So this one, like, the first we gotta do, guys, you know what I mean? What do you wanna do? The what, we change to what. We're gonna stop to what. Alright, the do, we change to the. The you, we change to yeah. The want to, we change to wanna. So, wanna, alright, so the do is a contact word. That is the stress word. It's what we put stress on. All the rest here, they are grammatical function word. That's why if you gotta say this one, you gotta say like, what do you want to do? Will be shortened comparing to do. Do gotta be the longer one. If I say it fast, you gotta be like, what do you wanna do? What do you wanna do? What do you wanna do? Alright guys, so let's go to the other way around. Alright guys, let's go to the next study. So the other way around, how to say this one is like what, lower stop T, what. Alright, so the D and the Y, they assimilate to form a new sound called J. Alright, so here we gotta have J instead of the, yeah, now we gotta have J. Alright, so the wanna will remain as wanna. The do, that is the content word, the word we put stress on. So this gotta be what you wanna do? Hey man, what you wanna do, man? What you wanna do? What you wanna do? What you wanna do? What you wanna do? Alright. So alright guys, let's keep on going, alright? So the response gotta be I wanna have more money. I wanna have more money. I wanna have more money, of course. Where's the money over there? They have more money over here. Alright guys, you know? I want to have more money. You know what I mean? That is money, guys. You know what I mean? Alright, guys. I'm just kidding, guys. Alright, guys. Let's go to the second sentence. Alright. This one is what? Admire or impress. You know what I mean? We are using the double H question. The first one we use is what? That is general. We want to say general. Alright. So now we're going to use the double H question. How? How it is in case like if we want to impress or something admirable, you know what I mean? So you can use the double H question, how, right? So now you gotta be like, well, how do you want to do that magic? That's a general English we taught in school. Everybody know, all right? So now let's put it in accent form. All right. So this gotta be like, how do you want to do that magic? How do you want to do that magic? So it's like impressive. I want to know, you know what I mean? That's why I'm asking the question, how? You know what I mean? I'm eager to know, you know what I mean? So it's like impressive or admire, you know, I just admire something. Maybe you do the magic, I gotta admire the magic. I want to know how you do it, you know what I mean? So that's the reason why we use how, alright? So, okay, let's go to the third sentence. So the third sentence here, you gotta see now, here, the D and the Y, they assimilate from a new sound J. So we gotta have how J. Okay, how do you wanna do that magic? Alright? How do you wanna do that magic? How do you wanna do that magic? That, they gotta be that, like a stop T. That. So we can also say that. You don't lose the sound. We stop the sound. That. Alright? So, how do you want to do that magic? How do you want to do that magic? How do you want to do that magic? Alright, guys. So, how do you want to do that magic? Alright? Okay, guys. Alright, guys. We got to talk about losing in double H question. Alright? We're not talking about losing double H question. Gotta be why. You know what I mean? So, here, the general way you can say this when the general way to say this, guys, the way we are taught in school, and all I mean, that's the general English. It's easy to say, why do you want to proceed? Why do you want to proceed? All right. But guys, now we gotta apply what you call reduction, assimilation, germinate on the same time I say. So wanna say it fast, you know what I mean? You know, so if you wanna speak like a native speaker, I think guys, you gotta stay with me, guys. You know what I mean? You cannot speak exactly like a native speaker, but at least you know almost. But most important, the goal here is for your listener. It's not about speaking like an American or speaking like a native speaker. It's about the goal is your listener. Because even a lot of Americans who their listening skills is not really good because they find it very difficult to understand guys from Indians, some part of Africa. They find it very difficult to understand that. So I think the goal here is listening, guys. You know what I mean? If you improve your listening, I think your university can understand each and every one the way they speak globally. For me, I understand each and every one. So for no matter the part of the world you came from when you're speaking to me, I know what you said. I know I know you apply reduction. I know what you say, what you don't say grammatical. No matter what you say, I know what you're saying. Because this is something we do in university. Alright guys, let's go. So now we're gonna do why we stay as why. Do, you see a lot of stress on do we change as the, applying the schwa. You see a lot of stress on my lip, we change to yeah. You see when I say yeah, my lips and all tense, you know what I mean. 1, 2, a lot of people normally we saying two, but when we're speaking fast, we can use the schwa, say t. But here, no, the reason why 1, 2 change to wanna, that's something we apply here, we call germinate in English. When I talk about germinate, let's say you gotta do the t. Let's take the same question about t. So this is germinate, rather refer, you know what I mean? Get rid of these two t and replace by the n. Because the n and the t sound take the same position in your mouth. The same position. So rather refer, you know, just to get rid of the two t and just replace the two t with the n. And we gotta have what you call wanna. So there wanna comes from. So wanna comes from germinate. You know what I mean? Guys, these are all things like, you know, just check my videos. I remember I was doing this thing before. I just rather refer bring this way because it's an accent at the same time grammar. Let me see how this one works, but don't forget to share. All right, guys. So this and the easy way we gotta say this one now. You gotta be why do we wanna proceed? Why do you wanna proceed? All right. Why do you wanna proceed? All right. But guys, the fastest way we can say this one is the D and the Y we assimilate form a new sound called J. So you gotta be why do you want to proceed? Why do you want to proceed? You gotta see here the Y remain as Y, and the D and Y we assimilate called assimilate to form a new sound called J. The wanna, we already know how we form the wanna. Even this word here we call proceed. The stress is on the second syllable. You know what I mean? Pro. So pro there, you gotta see the pro. That is the stress syllable. Seed. That is the stress syllable. So even on words also, when I talk about syllable, we have syllable stress. You know what I mean? I've already done this one talking about syllable stress. So remember guys, when you're dealing with words, that's syllable stress. You know what I mean? If you have 3 syllable words, one of the syllable that is stressed, it's the same goes English. For English, for us, we just try to stress the context word. You know what I mean? And all the grammatical function word, we just use the schwa because we want to speak fast. All right? Love you guys. Don't forget to share and like. You know what I mean? You know, I want to see how this video will look like to other people so I can do the same video or the same sentence with different way we say it, and also we involve a little grammar over there. All right, guys, let's go to the next one. How to respond to this one? It's easy to respond. It's gonna be, I want to proceed because of my busy schedule. All right, so you gotta see I wanna is a reduction. Proceed, pro is a reduction. Seed, that is the stress level. Seed, proceed. You can say I put more stress on seed, proceed. All right. So because here also we can also apply reduction here, we can usually we gotta say cause. Instead of saying because, it's a lot of stress. Because the lips are stressed, we can say cause. Because we gotta apply schwa, cause of. Of is a lot of stress, you can say of. Cause of my busy schedule. So you gotta say I wanna proceed because of my busy schedule. Alright? What do you think? Oh my gosh, we just getting fun over here, you know what I mean? It's all about this, guys, you know? Alright, guys, let's keep on going, guys. We have a lot to talk about this, you know what I mean? Okay, guys, let's go talk about option now and talk times of double H question. When we talk about option double H question, what do we use? We use the word which. That's what we're gonna give option. Just like example, yeah, I have an apple over here. I have a mango over here. I gotta ask you, which one do you prefer? You gotta prefer one. That is an option. You know what I mean? Some guys love options. Some guys speak option. Some guy, neither they ask you to do something, or maybe they'll just get an option. You want to do this or this. You gotta think. Just okay, no, let me do this. Let me do this. They just give an option. Just leave it for you to do your own things. You know what I mean? All right, guys. Come on. The general sentence here gotta be, which do you want to eat? Which do you want to eat? So now we gotta apply what? Assimilation, reduction over here, and germinate over here. So this one gotta be which will remain as which, no reduction. Do, the, you, yeah, want to, wanna. So how do we say this sentence? It gotta be which do you wanna eat? So this is the apple over here, and this is mango over here. So which one do you wanna eat? You wanna eat the apple? I want to eat the apple. I want to eat the mango. Just depend what you want to eat, guys. All right, guys. Let's go. Okay, guys. Let's go, guys. You know what I mean? Okay, let's go to the older sentence. This one will say fast, no? This one we apply what we call assimilation, because the D and the Y assimilate form a new sound called J. So you can see J there. That's what happened over here because it's called assimilation. So which G you want to eat? So which G you want to eat? The apple and the mango. Which do you want to eat? All right, which do you want to eat, man? I give an option. Which do you want to eat? It's an option. So now, guys, the response gotta be, I want to eat the apple. So you gotta see, I wanna is already a reduction. It is a context word, a stress word. You can see it, you can hear it clear. That is a function word. But here you gotta see the. We gotta use the real stress D. When you don't gotta use the, because they are what? This is a vowel to vowel linking. So when we are linked, we are using the word D. But here you gotta remember, guys, there's a sound here when we talk about vowel to vowel linking. There's a hidden sound here, and that sound is called yeah. When we are linking the vowel to vowel linking, and when that word ends with E, then we gotta use the word sure. So this one, if you gotta say it clearly, it gotta be the apple. So the yeah is there, but you know, these are natural things we say. A lot of people realize what they are doing. So a lot of people don't even know this because they even know that there is a hidden sound there when they're saying when they are linking vowel to vowel. So this gotta be the apple. The apple. Don't say the apple or the apple. This one gotta be stressed. The apple. The yeah is there because you're linking vowel to vowel. So it's gonna be, I want to eat the apple. 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 Oh my gosh, I'm just kidding, guys. All right, guys, let's go, guys. You know what I mean? Okay, now let's talk about place. All right. So in double question, when I talk about place, what do we use when I talk about place in double question? I know you guys can guess before I just drop the word. It's where. All right. We use where. I want to talk about places. You know what I mean? When I talk about place, we use the word where. So this one, this sentence, normally say it as, where do you want to travel? So where do you want to travel? All right. So now let's apply reduction, assimilation, germinate on this sentence. How we say it naturally, and the reason why we are speaking fast. All right. So this is gonna be where remain as where. All right. Do we change to the? You we change to ya. Want to we change to wanna. That's germinate. Already explained our travel. That's a context word, a stress word. We want you guys to hear clearly. But here you gotta see here, travel. The stress is on the first level. You see the stress is there. The next one, vul, travel. So even the words in the sentence, we apply stress. You know what I mean? That's how we speak, guys. Everything we do on the words, we also say it on the sentence. All right, guys. So you gotta be, where do you wanna travel? Where do you wanna travel, man? Where do you want to travel? So the fastest way we say it is when we apply assimilation. Where we still say as where, dy, we form a new sound called j, and then now we're using j. That j sound is called j. So if you see the j there, it's j. That's the sound for j. All right, so this gotta be wanna, it still remain travel. You already know the first syllable stress, travel. All right, so this gotta be where do you want to travel? Hey man, we already want to travel. We already want to travel. We already want to travel. Man, we already want to travel. All right. So the response gotta be, I want to travel to the Mars. Of course, guys, I want to travel to the Mars. Of course, I gotta talk to Elon Musk. You know what I mean? Elon Musk, what is going on? I want to travel to the Mars. You know what I mean? That is an obvious, guys. You know what I mean? Guys, you already know I'm the eagle. I'm up the sky. I'm the master of the sky right now. You know, I'm also. Now I want to travel to the Mars now. I want to go beyond the earth. You know what I mean? What do you think? Quite amazing. Alright guys, wanna reduction, travel, stress word. So here also something happen over here. To reduce to t. So these two function word, we gotta say them for to the mass. To the mass. Because why? We wanna go to the stress word mass. I don't want to waste your time because I have two stress word here, travel and also mass. This is gonna be travel, but it travels over here. So you gotta be travel and mass. These are the two stress word. Well, all the rest the grammatical functional. I wanna travel to the mass. I wanna travel to the mass. Alright. So what do you think, guys? I'm just kidding, guys. You know what I mean? Alright guys, I love you guys so much. Don't worry about me. Next time I gotta demonstrate a lot of stuff about this one. Alright guys, now let's talk about the plural form. That's quite amazing, guys. Let's talk about the plural form. When we talk about the plural form here, the general sentence here all of us taught in school, it gotta be, what do we want to accomplish? So here the do remain as do. We change the you to we because it's a plural form. So in a shortening form or in a reduction form, so what we change to what, do we change to ja, we change to we, same as we, want to we change to wanna, accomplish the same as accomplish. So if we gotta say this first, gotta what do we want to accomplish? Alright. What do we want to accomplish? What do we want to accomplish? What do we want to accomplish? Alright. So you gotta say what do you want to accomplish? What do you want to accomplish? What do you want to accomplish? Alright? Okay guys. Next one. Here we gotta use the word they. That's a plural form. Alright. So this gotta be what? What do they want to achieve? Alright, that's a general sentence. So now if we gotta use reduction, gotta be what a. We don't even have to use the word they. Alright? A wanna achieve. Why here? Because this, if you want to say it fast, it gotta be what do they want to achieve? What do they want to achieve? You know what I mean? This is because even when we are saying this sentence, what do they want to achieve? We are adding the do to add more stress. But when we're saying fast, the do will be there, but we gotta get rid of the sound because the and sound, that's the voice sound. These are two voice sound, but it's a German. So when we try to link these two sentences, you know, because we want to speak fast, whether if I using one of the sentence, I get rid of the other sentence. So it's easy for us to say, what do they want to achieve? What do they want to achieve? So what do they want to achieve? It's like saying I'm not adding any do there because the do there is to is to stress more on the sentence. You know what I mean? That's why most of the time when we speak, we're using do to put more stress. You know what I mean? So like the general way I can say, what do they want to achieve? I put a do there to emphasize on the sentence. But now since I want to say it fast, I don't want to hear about the do. I just want to say, what do they want to achieve? What do they want to achieve? Hey man, what do they want to achieve, man? What do they want to achieve? I don't know. What do they want to achieve, man? What do they want to achieve, bro? What do they want to achieve? Except they tell us, you know what I mean? I don't know what they, okay? So, alright guys, so now, indefinite pronouns. No one, everybody, somebody. I have a lot of indefinite pronouns, alright? Just gonna use like two over here, just informing for you to know about indefinite pronouns. Alright, so indefinite pronouns, like when we use indefinite pronouns, it gotta be, what do everyone want to undertake? That's a general we can say. It's simple and understandable. Alright, so now if we're gonna apply what we call reduction, assimilation, germinate, yeah, we gotta apply what we call a glottal stop T. Alright, what everyone want to undertake. So like what, I use a glottal stop T here. You know what I mean? What everyone want to undertake. It's so clear without using the word do. Everybody can understand what you're saying. Alright, but here you gotta apply the glottal stop T. What everyone wanna undertake. Alright, the glottal stop T. So this next one here right now. So yeah, all you need to do is the T sound we change to, okay, yeah, we're still using the word do, because do is there to put more stress, on the sentence. You can say what everyone want to undertake. It's clear, understandable, clear grammar. All right, but the reason we're just adding do to put more stress, on the sentence. All right, so if you want to put more stress on the sentence, so here you gotta see now do we change to the, so you gotta be what. So we have no applying glottal stop T here. The D still exists. What everyone. What do everyone? So make sure, don't just say, what do everyone? No. Make sure you apply the stress. What do everyone? Everyone has a little stress there. What do everyone wanna undertake? Taking more the stress. So everyone also there, it is stress. You know what I mean? That is indefinite pronouns. Alright. So I don't want to say all this without talking about indefinite pronouns. There's other video coming. We have to talk about the negative, because this is more of a positive sentence. We got to talk about negative sentence. We also got to talk about the yes and no question into this same accent and basic grammar. All right, guys, I gotta see how this video will go viral. I want to see how this video will be shared. I want to see how this video people will be watching it, so that I gotta bring more of this one. So remember the next video that is coming, we're gonna involve a lot of stuff there. Mostly yes and no question. We're also gonna involve also like a negative form, because just like what we're saying, I'm teaching grammar at the same time also involve accent, so that at the end of the day you gotta improve your listening. All right, it's not about speaking like a native speaking, but if you can understand how they're speaking, that's quite amazing. All right, guys, love you all. Okay, now we're gonna talk about the third person pronouns. There's another amazing one talking about the third person pronouns. Guys, okay, guys. So now let's talk about the third person pronouns, guys. You know what I mean? So when I talk about the third person pronouns here, we gotta see what does she wanna execute. All right, this one in this scenario here, we change the do to does, because this is the third person pronouns. The you we change to she. So here, want to, I just bring it as wanna. All right, because I wanna say it fast, because no need to waste time, because we are talking about wanna. All right, so this is what the sentence is gonna be. What does she wanna execute? All right, so here you gotta see what we change to what. Those, you see when I say it, those, more stress. But if I say it in reduction form, gonna be does, no stress, does. All right, she will still remain as she. Wanna, that's want to, still remain as wanna. Execute, that still is a stress word over there. All right, so this is gonna be what does she wanna execute? All right, okay, guys, let's go to the next one over there. This one gonna be, we gotta use word he. You know what I mean? What does he wanna execute? So here, like, when we're linking this one, are we applying linking? Or this is more of linking that happening a reduction over here. So what reduction? Glottal stop T. Does he remain as he, or wanna, or execute? So here we gotta apply linking here. So this is gonna be does he? All right, does he? Okay, what does he wanna execute? So what does he want to execute, man? What does he want to execute? All right, what does he want to execute? All right, guys, let's go. So we still gotta use what does it want to execute? So that is the third person pronoun I was talking about. He, she, it. All right, what does he want to execute? All right, so I just want to tell you that, you know what I mean, actions at the same time, basic grammar, you know what I mean, just to make the video interesting, guys. So now we're gonna talk about now. We are talking about pronouns, first person pronouns, second person pronouns, and third person pronouns. All right. So now we're gonna talk about now because we don't need to talk about the sentence without involving now, guys. You know what I mean? So now if you are trying to use now right now, what does dad want to carry out with? That's the general English we all taught in school. But now if we're gonna apply a little reduction or linking or germinate or assimilation, because we apply a lot of things when we are speaking fast. So this is gonna be what, a lot of stuff. T, does. All right, that's a contact will remain. You don't need to change nothing, no reduction. Want to, wanna, that's a grammatical function word, reduced to wanna. Carry, don't need to change. That's a that's a contact word. Carry out with. All right, so carry out with. All right, guys. So now let's try to say the sentence faster. You gotta be. What does dad want to carry out with? What does dad want to carry out with? Carry out with. So what does dad? All right. What does? See, you can see the stress on dad. All right. What does dad want to carry out with? So carry there is stress, water is faster, out with is so faster, there's a grammatical function word, but the word carry, that's a stress on it. You carry is stress, dad is stress. Alright? So what does dad is here? What does dad wanna carry out with? So what does dad wanna carry out with? I don't know. What does dad wanna carry out with? We gotta investigate and try to know. I don't know. So also this sentence also you can use it with mom, sister, brother. But remember that this sentence, when we're talking about the sentence, it's like we're talking about our own dad, we're talking about our own brother, we're talking about our own sister. You know what I mean? This is like me and you talking about our own parents, all right? So I can also say, what does mom want to carry out with, all right? What does sister want to carry out with? What does brother want to carry out with, all right? The same sentence, you know what I mean? These are our own, you know what I mean? So now let's go to the next sentence. So next time we're going to talk about possessive pronouns. Possessive pronouns is where we use your. Maybe we are talking about your own father, brother, sister, that we use your. So this is what the sentence is going to be. What does your dad want to implement? All right, so this is general English you already know. So what does your dad want to implement? That's a general English all of us know. So now let's apply reduction, linking, and also assimilation. So this one gonna be what instead of what, a lot of stuff. T instead of does, instead of your. You see, yeah, instead of your. All right, dad stress, remain as stress. Want to reduction, wanna. Implement, stay as implement, because that is a stress. That is stress. All right. So this is why we gotta say this one. All right. What does your dad want to implement? So what does your dad want to implement? What does your dad want to implement? So what does your dad want to implement? Want to know what does your dad want to implement, man? Want to know, man? All right, so let's go. What does dad want to implement? Okay, also this you can also use your mom, sister, brother, friend, colleague, boss. It just depends how you relate the sentence to. So you gotta be what does your mom want to implement? What does your sister want to implement? What does your brother want to implement? What does your friend want to implement? What does your colleague want to implement? What does your friend want to implement? What does your boss want to implement? Etc. All right, that's depend how you want to use it. So guys, I'm teaching accents at the same time, basic grammar. I know you guys, you know what I mean. Don't forget to share and also to subscribe, you know what I mean. If you guys love this video, you know what I mean. The more views I have, the more share I have, I gotta make more of this video. So you guys will keep on watching these videos, guys, you know what I mean. All right, guys. So the next thing is gonna be how to implement new law. So if somebody asks you, what does your dad want to implement? Okay, so he wants to implement new laws, or maybe when he wants to implement the new federal law, you know what I mean? I'm just kidding, all right? So he wants to implement the new laws, or he wants to implement a new federal law and a new law, you know what I mean, on the state, you know what I mean? That's the reason why. That's what your dad want to implement, you know what I mean? I love you guys so much. I'm just kidding, guys.